I was wondering, how can I use that degree to help people and fight the New World Order?
Well, I'm not saying it's bad for you to go to college, but you'll just get in massive debt, and they'll teach you a false political paradigm with most political science degrees. But that can also, help you with that perspective of the false map they download into your brain, basically. I wouldn't wait to go get a political science degree to go out and warn people and wake people up. But I don't think it's bad for you to get a degree. But you're just not going to find a lot of work in government if you're opposing their criminal operations.
So do you suggest journalism? Because I thought about that too.
Yeah, but the old media is imploding because people know they're a pack of criminal liars or a pack of people spinning things. I started taking RTF in college, but I went and started an Access TV show, and 6 months later had a weekend show, and 6 months after that had a daily show, and a year after that had a syndicated show. So, it's just best to go out and do it. It's best to start a website now or get with somebody and work with them and, go out and do citizen reports and then get a sponsor or two and just do it that way. It's best to not wait in life. It's best to, just bust your hind end now and start reporting on things now.
I see. Thanks a lot for your advice, Alex.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your call. Ken in Texas, you're on the air.
Hello, Alex.
Hello, sir.
Mom?
Yes, you are.
Sorry. I have two questions. The first one, have you heard of the Continental Congress?
I know that they had a Continental Congress in 1775.
Sorry, they're forming one right now, and I think they're going to have a meeting between now and March the 1st, and I encourage everyone to get involved because they're going to try to find a way over a period of a month.
Oh, you're talking about
because right now,
you're talking about a con. You're talking about they want to try to amend the Constitution. Yes, they only need two more states to get it done.
If you go to WeThePeopleFoundation.org, it explains everything. They're going to get together in the Constitutional Hall across from the Independence Hall.
You're saying, Bob,
like us, 3 from each state, to work on a way to start going by the Constitution and bring our republic back. We're talking about citizens. We're not.
Yeah, no. You're talking about Bob Schultz separately doing those, and that's fine. There's been a lot of citizen Continental Congresses. I think really we have the legislatures already there with the authority. We need to go in and have the legislatures say, the federal government is now bankrupt and foreign and has been hijacked, and the states need to vote to reconstitute the federal government and have these people arrested. We need to have state grand juries start indictments. I'm not poo-pooing Bob Schultz. We need to get him back on. Hadn't been on in years. It's just that meeting across from in Philadelphia or whatever and coming up with a plan, I think that's fine too. But right now we've got 10 states moving to declare sovereignty. It was 7 last week or 8 last week.
Can I ask one more question?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you know or maybe your listeners know. These new converter boxes, a lot of people I know are wanting to get them. Do they have a microphone in them to spy on people like some of the cable boxes do, or does
the Scientific Atlantic boxes have a microphone? Google now with the cameras and microphones on computers does dial in with an AI computer and record everything going on in your house. They admit that. I don't know if the converter boxes do, because the converter boxes are not two-way, so I would imagine they don't. It's a cable box or a TiVo two-way systems that are surveilling what you watch and what you do, and many of the models physically watching you and surveilling you. I appreciate your call. Good to hear from you, Ken. Dan, Kurt, Greg, Mike, and many others. More of your calls straight ahead. In the 4th hour, we're live at prisonplanet.tv.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. I've told you for a long time it's important to be self-sufficient, and today that's more important than ever. We need to be independent, and food and water is the key. You'll never have to stand in a bread line if you have your own bread. You'll never have to go to the Superdome and beg for FEMA to take care of your family in any emergency if you simply prepare. No one is going to take care of your family in the final equation but you. You know eFoodsDirect.com is still able to ship storable food that's safe from E. coli, salmonella, genetic alteration, or Chinese imports. And they do it at almost half the cost of last year's grocery prices. Call 1-800-409-5633. Or on the web, go to eFoodsDirect.com. Visit eFoodsDirect.com and look over the fine list of high-quality, freeze-dried, and dehydrated foods they have to offer. Watch the free videos. Look at their online catalog. Or give them a call at 1-800-409-5633. Again, 800-409-5633 or on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Take action today. The first step is getting storable food.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
We are back live taking your phone calls. Kurt in Texas. No, next up's Dan in Texas. Dan in Texas, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Thank you, Alex, for taking my call. I'd like you to know that a lot of us couples listen to your show all the time, and my wife made an interesting comment, and I think I'm going to pass it on to you. She would like to see you have more women that are involved in the Patriot movement and the Second Amendment movement on your show as guest. That's just a hint she wanted to pass along. I want to make a comment, since our son is a police officer, that we hear a lot on the talk shows that they're down in the cops. Cops are murderers, cops are out of control, cops, you know. I would like to see more radio personalities take the information they're getting about the bad cops and direct it that way. And please, those of you that are listening out there, don't imagine that every cop pulls you over is going to be out of control or one of the bad guys. Because we're a patriot family, and my son is a patriot, and he treats people with kindness and respect and so forth. And I would just hate for somebody to jump out of a car and blow him away, or you know, whether by gun or by their mouth, you know, because of their belief, you know, or
well, let
feeling.
me just say this. They've got police so scared now that I saw 2 cases this week that I didn't even cover on air, if you thought I was trying to bash police, where they pull over unarmed cars, the cops just get out and unload into the car, shooting people. Or they shoot somebody in the back and then say that, I mean, what about us? We're scared. We're tired of being killed. Am I saying all the police are bad? No. But all over Texas, the police pull you over and say, I want your watch. Give it to me. And the person takes their watch off and, okay, here's my watch. I mean, I just read the San Antonio Express News, one little town where they're stealing everybody's stuff. And I mean, so what I'm saying is the leadership of the police is bad. The feds have, I mean, I just covered Art Aceveda wanting everybody that gets arrested for a misdemeanor to have their blood taken in a DNA database. And the feds are telling him to do that. Now, I know a lot of police, and a lot of police send us information, and I know a lot of police are nice, and I run into them. I understand that. But police are so scared of getting blown away, statistically, they have a much better chance of being run over or dying in a car wreck. They see them hanging their hind ends out in the highway writing tickets all day. I mean, my whole point is we have a predatory criminal government. And tyranny's going to come to your door in a uniform, as Officer Jack McClam says. So I salute good officers. I see police out changing tires. I see police out helping. And when they do good, I say it. And I always say it's not individuals, it's the system. But I mean, sir, we're in tyranny. In Germany, the police were bad. In Russia, the police were bad. In China, the police are bad. I mean, do you understand that when you have a bad government, the police, by extension, become that enforcer?
Yes, I understand. But I just want to thank God that our son is not that way, and that, you know, people he pulls over up here will be treated with respect, and he is by the Constitution. Also, Alex, I'd like to say one more thing, and I get off here. I do praise you for your work on the show, and I'm not judging you as such on that particular subject. I'm just saying a lot of people do judge police officers as all of them are bad. No, sir, they're not. I disagree with that with these people.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. But, sir, a lot of people are in denial and saying none of them are bad. I mean, do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, we know there are some bad, because I saw the news story like you, and a cop pulls a gun, shoots a guy in the back, and he was down on the ground, and there was nothing he was doing to resist or anything. Yes, sir, there are bad cops. But I'm just saying I would like for the public to remember that there are good cops, too. And when we get on these stories about the bad cops and stuff, let's direct it toward the bad cops, and let's do remind the public, you know, there are good cops. Let us thank God for the good cops. Let us pray for the good cops as well.
Now, I hear you. Hey, Bob Dacey's son is a police officer, and he's a great guy. I remember when he was a little kid. That's how old I'm getting. And I mean, he's a good guy. I'm telling you, though, the government is evil. It's gone bad. And so police need to realize that and say, okay, we're not with this system. Good, they can join us like the state houses are. Hey, I appreciate you and your family.
More than 700 chemicals have been found in our drinking water. And did you know that you have greater exposure to these chemicals while taking hot showers than when drinking the water? That's because many chemicals are inhaled when they evaporate and others are absorbed into the skin. The KDF Dual Media Shower Filter works with both hot and cold water, and it's designed to reduce chlorine, lead, mercury, and iron, and it inhibits the growth of bacteria, mold, algae, and fungus. The KDF Dual Media Shower Filter typically lasts 10,000 gallons or 1 year, whichever comes first. Hospitals, restaurants, and water treatment facilities use this media to reduce chlorine, iron, heavy metals, and bacteria.